One could say that my overdoses years prior were sort of, I guess you could say, indirect suicide attempts because I knew exactly what I was doing, but I, subconsciously didn't really listen to those, like those warnings or anything about them. But this time I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew what was going to happen, and this time it was going to be genuine. And I started looking into ways to do stuff. I wanted as painless as possible because, if there is such a thing. And long story short, I found a way that I was going to do it. And I basically started plotting it out. And my biggest thing was I wanted to spare my family from actually finding me. I surprisingly overlooked the fact of them having to deal with the fact that I did it, the fact that they'd have to live without me, but, tomato, tomato. And my biggest thing was just looking for a location where I could do that, where I didn't have to worry about them finding me. And I was able to come up with that location. Decided to do it at work, of all places. There's a private gym. Nobody used the gym except me. I knew I could get in there early. And that's when I figured, fuck it, I'll do it. Nice and quick. Somebody else can find me, and I'll be good. And then it just so happened that my birthday was coming up, and I decided that I would do it on my birthday because not only was I going to try to spare my family from finding my body, but I was going to spare them from that day of grief. I figured if it was on my birthday, my thought process was they would think more about the good times rather than the bad times. It seemed logical at that point. So I got to work early. Nobody was there. And I was able to get in the building easily. I had probably about a half hour by myself, and I did the math. I needed about 7.5 minutes. And I was pretty confident that nobody was going to be there, because even if somebody did walk in, the last place they would go was the gym. So I went in. It's pitch black in there. I shut all the blinds, windows, and there was this exercise machine